Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net for the first weekly for January 19th to the 25th, 2020. And it is Fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I'm just going to jump into it. The first card I pulled was very promising, actually. Simply love. And let's see what that means. We all know what that means, but what does it mean for this week? So the first card is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a fairly mature king. He sits, he watches. He has a bit of affluence, but he doesn't help out unless he's asked. He doesn't get involved unless he sees a real reason for it. So the energy is strong, being aware, and not doing what you're not asked to do. And sometimes that's the best way of doing things. And what covers it is the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands is a bit magical. And the Princess of Wands, the daughters often bring out the magical in the fathers. And the Princess of Wands is all about the magic, actually. It's about believing in magic. It's about creating magic. So the two together are very powerful energy for this time. It's a family-oriented energy. And whose family? Anybody you choose to be. But it is about taking the old energy and lifting it up and creating new. What's behind? It's the King of Pentacles. And the energy for the King of Pentacles, if you use it as an energy, is that of being secure and knowing exactly what you want. So this is so far a very powerful week for fire. You know what you want, you're going for it, and you're looking to find the magical in everything and actually bring magic back into your life. Men, children always have magic. Little children, they still see, they still feel, they understand that there is such a thing as magic. And when we do that, we get the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is all about balance, the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine. But it's a balance card. So what's coming up in front of us is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a business card as a general rule, but it also means looking forward to something new in your life you want to change. Also being aware that your past has been pretty decent. And having said change, we do get a change card. The Knight of Swords is a change that you go out and you make. You don't necessarily think about it, you just do it. It's spur of the moment. It's intuition. And I'm going to put those two cards side by side because usually that Knight card, you're okay because you're supported. But you have your intuition. So when you create this change, it should be because you're following your heart. And what supports you during the week is the Ace of Cups, which is this. Okay, basically what it's saying is there's a change coming. You're creating the change because it's a new Ace of Cups is new beginnings, new love, new joy and happiness. Well, it only happens new if you're going to create a change and go beyond the old. You have the tools, you have the abilities, and you've been through the wars, basically. And the storm is subsiding. It's coming to an end, which is what I was saying. Around the 23rd of January, things would start to move into a better pattern, an easier pattern as a general rule. Then we get the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is a marriage card, but I never get it anymore for marriage. But it's a celebration. It's a celebration of coming together and creating together. And again, we get a card that says new, and it's the Fool, which means your whole path is open to you. There's things you are open to that you have no idea what's out there, and you can work for it. You can. I'm sitting on my sweater. Hang on. You can work for, and you can. It just slides out. You can go anywhere. The whole future is yours to do with what you choose. Obviously, we're hoping you'll choose joyful and happiness. All right. So the answer to how you're going to do that is simply love. And who do you love? The first person you love, of course, is yourself. To do any of this stuff, you have to be in a state of love. You don't have to be, but it's not going to happen with you don't. So be in a state of love for yourself. Enjoy yourself. Marshal your energies around who you are. And the last card is trust. And again, who do you trust? Yourself. And when you can trust yourself, you can trust your intuitions. You can trust that the change you choose to make will happen. You can trust that the magic will be there for you. And you'll create a balance, a natural balance. And why do you trust? You've earned it. You've learned that you can survive under different circumstances, and you're ready for magic, or you're ready for joy and happiness, and you know it's time. So good luck. It should be interesting, and I do believe you will find it goes a lot easier than it has in the past. All right. Good luck, and I see we've got a few people up there already.
You're surprised?
Not particularly. My spiel today is please don't spam. You can scam all you want, just not me. and remember karma. Because we do first come, first serve. I choose the right to not answer. I may get off early. My phone did not turn on. And we're just waiting for my daughter to come home so we can bounce out of here and see if we can find a new phone. What else? I will try and be on tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, for each of their earth, water, and air. And I'm just going to try and do it this way, because doing it 2 in a row or 2 in one day, it's very hard on me, because it's going from one to the next. It's tiring, and some people can do it, and I'm very, very envious of them. I can't. And what else? Is there something I missed?
No, I think you covered everything.
Oh, till later today around 1, I believe, Pacific time. We will have on Wisdom Seekers. We will have Erin with Connect with Erin, and she's going. We will be talking about things related to mediumship, and maybe not. She will answer some questions related to mediumship. You have to come and see what's happening. What else? That's it. That's all I got right now.
All right. Well, let's start off with Luigi saying hello and asks, will I find a job soon?
Huh. I had a mixed message on that. I got yes, no. That's very interesting. Let me see. I think you may find a job. I may think you choose not to take the job. That's basically the only thing I can get from that. But so yeah, I got. And just remember, it's easier to get a job from a job. So if it's a job you like or can tolerate, take it. And And maybe from that position, you can find the job that you really want. I'm going to sneeze.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Okay.
Emily Aquine says, hey, Eliz-sha and El Leo here.
Hi.
Polynesian Princess says, hey, Eliz-sha and El. Zulami R asks, how does my Gemini feel about me? Gemini, sorry.
Okay, this is what he told me. Take it for what it's worth. It was the words lose them and leave them. So I think if you're harboring hopes of him coming back to you, right now is not the time. Maybe in the future, but right now, no.
Moonfeather asks, hi, ladies, how are you? I have been seeing 555 and 777 and have seen 3 crows today. Just wondering what this might mean. Please and thank you.
Well, I always Google when I get numbers. I always Google, so I would recommend you Google then rather than trust my intuition. But the fact is, you are receiving a message, and generally the messages are positive. I personally am. I do like the blackbirds, the crows, and things. They're smart. They're messengers. They're neutral messengers. They will bring good news and they'll bring bad news. And I think 3 is a positive, but I would go again. I would Google what it means. I do know that the energy I feel around you is heightened, and I do believe that there is something coming your way, that your eyes are going to go wider, you're going to see more clearly, and you're going to be pleased. And the pleased is the best part of it. Okay?
Gabby McMaster asks, hi, my favorite ladies. Wondering what my guides have for me, please and thank you.
Your guides are very excited and very happy. And there's something coming your way. And as a general rule, they don't like to tell you what's coming your way because it changes things when you know ahead of time. So if you don't know ahead of time, it's better for you. But basically, something is coming your way, and they're very excited about it, and they think you're going to be excited about it. And it's coming soon. I would say, judging from how excited they are, I think it is coming soon. Okay.
Georgina Q asks, is Media, the woman I'm currently living with, involved with any type of witchcraft?
Maria, you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Witchcraft, I'm not sure you'd call it witchcraft, but she does have a she does have a kind of worship that don't think you would find to your. I don't think you'd be pleased with it. It's not something that I can see a lot of people being ex, happy with. So so I would well, ask her for one thing what her beliefs are. Ask her and find out if what she believes in is something that you can believe in. Would she do something untowards? I feel that she may. Has she? I didn't actually ask her that, but I would simply ask her, conversationally, do you believe in this sort of thing? But her name's Maria. It would probably be something called Centauria. Centauria. So ask her about that, and find out what you can find out. Okay.
AP asks, hi Elisha and Elle, I have an upcoming trip at the end of the month. I'm anxious about it. Will it be okay? Thank you.
Your anxiety actually is going to put roadblocks in your way, but with you go forward and think of it as something fun and exciting, you will find that it's actually a lot easier and it goes a lot smoother if you, of course, prepare for any eventuality. But if you anxious about it, you may attract what you're afraid of, and it might be worth your while to be prepared, but allow the anxiety just to not impress itself on you, if that makes sense. Because there are literally two roads, one that causes trouble, and one that doesn't cause trouble. And it really literally seems to have to do with your expectations. Okay, good luck with that.
Emily Aquine asks, I would like to know what is the Libra thinking about me right now? I have not connected with him since I gave another some time and space to let each other figure things out within our lives.
Okay. He's waiting to see what you're going to do. He doesn't know whether or not it's over or not, your relationship. So he is a little, he's a tad confused. He's not bitter. He's not angry. He's just more curious than anything. I think he's ready to talk to you again, if that makes sense. So don't leave it too long, because it'll become too easy for him to walk away at that, to just walk away. Remember, Librans are air signs, and they they're not as emotional as depending on what else they have, but they're not as emotional generally as other signs, and so they just can walk away without okay, well, that was interesting, and walk away. So if you don't want that to happen, I think now is a good time to go back and remind them who you are.
Next.
Yeah.
Polynesian Princess asks, how does Cameron feel about me now ever since his friend interfered? His friend brought up old messages and showed them to him.
That was not a gentlemanly thing to do. I'm not quite sure that is actually a friend.
Jealousy.
Yeah. A little confused. Not sure what to make of it. But he also has an ability to think for himself. Things that he doesn't just because his friend showed him these things doesn't mean his friend is going to do his thinking for him. Give him a little while to sort through his emotions, and right now is not yet the time to go and talk to him or anything, because he's still going to react from emotions rather than thinking. But shortly you will want to you're going to want to go talk to him and sort things out and explain to him that it was old messages and things have progressed since then. And basically that he should be thinking for himself. And you can gently point out to that person, to him, that maybe that person doesn't have the full story. Don't belittle that person. Just point out that that person doesn't know everything about the two of you. Okay? But when he does, because not now. Now is not the best time to do it. Okay?
La A asks, I'm renting a room and pay for my own food. Last night, the owner's son kept telling me in front of her he wanted my hot dogs. I didn't say anything and ate them. How did she feel about the situation?
More annoyed with her son than anything. You pay for your own food. That's it is your right to share or not share. And if you're on a limited income, then you're not going to share, and that's all there is to it. So if and it depends. I guess I would say the child was child, but she can go out and buy the food for herself, and Mostly, I think she was just annoyed with her son for trying to get your food. I don't feel any repercussions at this point, though. You may want to ask her and explain to her you have a very limited income and you can't really afford to share your food. I think that's legit.
Mellow Yellow asks, Hi Elisha and Elle, any messages from the other side?
So your mom comes in quite strongly, and she says she's laughing, and it seems that she's pleased about something, and she's saying that things are starting to come up. They're starting to work in your favor. So I'm not sure exactly what she's talking about because there's a few things that she's looking at, but things are starting to move in your favor. So that should be good. Anyhow, she thinks it's hilarious, whatever it is. Okay.
Karen R asks, how's it going with Tommy and her new worker?
I don't think it's going well. I suspect Tommy is going to have the same problems she always has. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who she has. She's never going to be happy with that person. I would not recommend you go back. I would recommend you go forward and find somebody else, another place to work.
B. Erla says, hello, Elisha and Elle. Miracle 33 says, hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
And adds nice advice, magic time. Jenny Jones asks, hello, do my spirit guides have any messages for me? Trying to do my best to put my guard down and open my heart again.
Yeah, it's difficult learning to retrust. The trick is that you trust yourself before you trust others. And people don't realize that's very, very important part of being of trust, is that if you don't trust yourself, you're just kidding the truth. Okay, let me see. What your guides have to say. I think you're doing a good job. They're quite pleased with what you're doing, and they don't seem to think it's a horrible idea to be from Missouri. Don't trust everything. You trust after your heart says it's okay to trust. If that makes sense. Okay. And they said that they're there to support and help you. And please feel free to call upon them. And basically what I'm getting is call upon them more often than you have, okay? All right.
Kylie C asks, hello, I've been changing my diet a lot, not eating out as much or having snacks lately. Do you see my A1C decreasing?
I think so. And there's a lot of different foods out there. We've talked to you about it before that you can eat and and you can be healthy doing it. So and it's also, you should feel an upsurge in energy as the quality food starts to kick in, and I think now you're going to actually find a difference in in your health. So good luck.
Jennifer Schweb asks, hello ladies, hope you're doing well. Do my spirit guides have any important messages they feel I have missed that they feel I have missed?
Nope, they seem to think that you're getting everything quite nicely, and you're hearing quite well, and they just basically say keep up the good work.
Princess Nee asks, hey there, and may I please ask if you are seeing me purchasing a house this year?
I actually do, not in the early part of the year, but maybe the latter part of the year. It does appear to be something you're quite excited about, and you will be well. It seems to go fairly easy comparatively. House hunting and things like that are generally pretty fun and exciting, and I do see you enjoying the process a little more than average, actually. So it must go pretty quick. The you must have pre-approval or something. But yeah, I think you're going to. I think I do see it. As I said, later in the year. I think you may have looked at and tried to purchase a few other houses previous, but this one fits. It feels right when you go to it, more so than anything else, anything you've seen in before that. So good luck, have fun.
B. Erla asks, may I know if I will find a job soon? I would appreciate any advice. Thank you so much, both.
Guides say there's one, but they're not sure you'd like it. But they're suggesting that if it comes up, that it might turn into be something more interesting than you thought it would be, and it might be worthwhile looking at it twice. It might, and it is not a job to the caliber of work you can do, but it also appears that it's a job that could give you a great deal of, what's the word, enjoyment. It's not the job of your dreams, and it's not a job you're going to stay in, but it's a job that you could more than likely you would enjoy a great deal. So don't, when a job comes and you're not too fussy about it, look at it twice. Okay.
Jen TG asks, will my mom be getting a substantial amount of money soon? Thanks for answering my question.
So they said she will, but not soon. So, so it's not as soon as you'd like. Let's put it that way. But it does appear that yes, things are. She will get some money, but like I say, it's going to take a little longer than you anticipated. So whatever she's doing to survive right now, it might don't stop doing it.
Mimi asks, how does Dario feel about me?
A little bewildered, I would think is the word. And he doesn't quite understand what you're trying to do or where you're coming from. And maybe try a little less. Don't try so hard. Just back off for a bit and see what happens, because he's just confused about what's happening more than anything. He finds some of your actions a little. I don't get it. It's kind of action, energy. He just doesn't understand what you're trying to get him to know, to understand. So it might, if you can just sort of back off a bit, it might be to your benefit.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Earth Angel asks, what am I supposed to learn this lifetime?
There's never just one thing, because once you've learned something, you kick into another. You kick into another lesson. You know, you've got backup plans, or you learn this lesson, you got this lesson to learn. Unless you choose to die. So it's never just one lesson. But in this case, at this point in your juncture, Earth Angel, the biggest thing I got was self-love. That if you can work on loving who you are and accepting who you are, and not trying so hard to well, you always want to improve who you are, but you improve who you are to make you more of who you are, not less of who you are. And once you've done that, then a whole bunch of other things kick in, and that would be helping others, spiritual growth, things like that. But the most important person in your universe is of a necessity you. Okay?
Polynesian Princess says, I love your necklace. It's so unique.
Thank you. I made it.
Liam Harris says, hi.
I actually just made another one, but tiny.
AP says, thank you, Eliz-sha. Nanny Drea asks, does my Aunt Martha believe that I live with my mom after I sent her some pictures on text message?
Who's?
Nanny Drea.
I believe so. I believe she thinks you live somewhere around there. And it wouldn't be that hard for her to find out, I suspect. But yeah. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Eagle Frisk asks, "Hi, do you have any messages from my guardian angels and guardian angels?"
Well, whatever you're doing, they're very pleased with you. And you've just stumbled across something, or you're just about to stumble across something that's going to give you a huge aha moment, and they're just excited about that part of your life that you are about to have this huge aha moment. So congratulations.
Amelia Quine says, "Thank you, Eliz-sha." Jeanette Lacarte says, "I just wanted to stop by and say hello, beautiful ladies, and have a blessed day. Namaste."
You too.
Maria Herrera says, "Hello."
Hi, Maria.
Miriam Rashid asks, "Hello. Why does my supervisor keep picking on me?"
Your supervisor's a bit of a bully, and you react, and it gives your supervisor a bit of a thrill. If you can not react, and I don't mean get that deadpan look on your face where you're obviously keeping your energy at bay and not allowing it, but go into neutral and go, yes, ma'am, yeah, no, sir, and do the best. Obviously, do the best you can, but they are a tad of a bully, and that's basically all I can say for that. Don't take it personally. And yes, it feels very personal, but don't take it personally. And you will be, they'll get bored really quick and pick on somebody else.
Maria Herrera asks, "Any messages from my guides? Thank you both."
So your guides seem to think you're not eating quite as well as you should be recently. And they're talking about nibbling foods. So make sure you have food around that's healthy for picking up and nibbling. It's about the best thing I can suggest right now. But that's it. They're just sort of nagging about the food. So make sure you're drinking lots of water or liquids, clear liquids. And they're suggesting bone broth. Bone broth is something I highly recommend as well. And it gives you a great deal of nutrients, the nutrients you need for some of the things that you're dealing with physically. And it's something that you can, it takes a long time to make, but it's worth it. Okay.
Melio says, "Thank you." Barbara Spellman asks, "Hello, I would like to know if my Xbox will call me and ask if I'm willing to be hired again."
Xbox. Okay. I heard Xbox. I thought, what? Hang on. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. I would, if you're wanting another job, go out and look for another job. As a general rule, sometimes they do, but as a general rule, they don't. Bosses go forward, they don't go backwards. Okay.
Jenny Jones says, "Thank you so much." Kathy W asks, "Hello, is Denia going to eventually hire me.
Denia. What she says is she's thinking of it, but at the same time, she's getting. It appears you're doing a lot for her without pay, and she's going to keep on utilizing you that way until you either make a point of it, a point of asking for a change, and I think it might be high time. I don't know how to do it. I don't know the situation well enough, but it might be time to point out that you would like to work for her and you'd like to be paid to work for her because you need that money. You need that to survive.
Princess Nee says, brilliant, thanks. Baby Maharaj asks, hi ladies, good day. Will I get a job soon? Thank you.
I don't think till February, so it's not soon. But the potential is there. Okay.
Jennifer Schweb says, thank you so much. I'm happy they are pleased with my progress. It means a lot. B. Erla says, thank you for that message, Eliz-sha. That makes sense. I'm looking for a teaching job at the moment, and there might be one that looks quite probable. Air hugs to you both.
Good luck.
Megan McCarthy asks, hello, Eliz-sha and Elle. Do you see me financially secure soon?
Yes. I got a yes right off the bat. So whatever you're looking for, it's going to work out for you.
Champagne C says, hey, Eliz-sha and Elle.
Hey, Champagne.
Positive for Life asks, hi, any good news for my guides that my guides want to tell me? Thank you.
So this is very funny imagery. They stand on both sides of you, and they're holding you or supporting you. They have that, and that suggests that things are not things are going to turn out for your best interests, whatever you're dealing with right now, and and you are being supported, strongly supported. Literally, they're holding you, holding your arms on both sides. So good luck with that.
Champagne C asks, can we please check into Angel's energy and what it's like towards me?
It's kind of two kinds of energies. It's kind of gruff and cranky, but underlying that is a definite caring. Which one's going to win? It depends on what his mood is at the moment. He feels, honest to God, his energy mood feels not predictable. It's like one moment he's fine, the next moment there's something wrong, cranky, and he's not happy. He wants to stay with you, but you've got to look after you first, and yeah, you need to look after you first. You make you the priority in any situation. Okay.
Maria Herrera says, thank you very much. Yasmin Fox asks, any messages regarding job?
Yep, your job is coming. It's probably not this week, maybe next week. It feels like a week and a half, and which probably bring you into late January, beginning of February. But there's something there, and I can see it just sort of comes in, swoops in, and it's a lightening of the energy around you, and that's it.
Baby Maharaj says namaste both. To you both. Stellar Yoga Arts asks, do you still think I'm in danger?
No, I think that energy has shifted and passed, and I think it had to do more around the eclipse time, and that's energy is dissipating now. So I think you I think you can breathe easier. I mean, I'd still be very careful walking around in the dark and things like that. But being targeted, I don't feel that you're targeted. The energy for that is dissipated.
Barbara Spellman says that she didn't understand your answer. Was it a yes? It wasn't quite a yes or a no.
And I don't remember what question.
Will she get rehired by her ex-boss?
I doubt it. Like I said, move on.
Megan McCarthy says, wonderful. Thanks so much, lovely ladies. Have a great rest of your day. Positive for Life says, thank you. That's sweet. Polynesian Princess says, my phone died while I was typing. I was trying to say thank you. Yes, his friend, quote, must be jealous, and he just so happened to show him the messages an hour before me and Cam were supposed to meet up. Go figure. Is his friend attracted to you or interested in you in a more than platonic way? Just something to think about. Champagne C says, that makes so much sense. Yes, he's like that all the time. Thank you so much for the clarity. I needed to hear this exactly. Jimena Cortez asks, well, who does my aunt believe, me or my mom, as far as my personal living situation? Thank you. You didn't just get skipped. I just read you.
I'm not getting anything. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's it.
Ooh, wow. And we're a couple minutes early.
But we need
we need to eat, and we need to go look after my phone because that's phone. My business. And thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow, probably close to the same time. Depends what time we wake up. And with that, I'm going to say namaste, namasko. And thank you so much. The questions were quite entertaining today.